Hello and welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach and this is my partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we are going to taste Little Book.
It's been around for a while, the Little Book series, right?
Yeah, it's been around for a while. Freddie Noe was so much like his grandfather that his grandfather gave him the name Little Book. And once he started into the industry, he finished college and everything, and then he came into the industry. His grandfather had already passed away. But, his dad was the distiller there, Fred Noe. And he is so unlike his dad that it's not funny. His dad was pretty wild in his youth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I remember the first time I heard him speak, he was talking about he was in college, and when the sorority brothers found out that his dad made Jim Beam whiskey, they all loved him. He said it was the best 8 years of my life.
That's awesome.
He loved the party. But he settled down after a few years. His dad got him a job at the distillery, and he started making it. Well, the same is true for Little Book, Freddie. Mm-hmm. Except for he didn't lead such a wild life in college. He was much more like his grandfather, who was a very, I found Booker to be very intimidating because he was such a big guy with a deep voice and everything. Mm-hmm. But once you got talking to him, he was one of the nicest guys you ever met.
That's awesome. That's great.
He wasn't intimidating at all to me.
Yeah.
And I think Freddie is the same way as his grandfather, very, very personable, very good.
Vast knowledge of how to make whiskey, too.
Yeah, well, and that's where the Little Book comes in.
Yeah.
He wanted to do something different from what his dad or his grandfather did. Mm-hmm. So Little Book is actually a blended whiskey.
Okay.
Not a bourbon. And he started blending different whiskeys together. And this one is, let's see, it's got it on the tag here. It is a blend of 18-year-old bourbon, 11-year-old Kentucky rye, 7-year-old Kentucky rye malt. Man, my eyes are getting new. I think it's 6-year-old Kentucky straight rye, 5-year-old Kentucky straight rye, 8-year-old Kentucky straight rye, and 4-year-old straight rye.
So it's a blend of quite a few different...
Yeah, it's mostly rye.
Yeah, it sounds like, for sure. But yeah, so it puts a lot of different...
Yeah.
It's not like a blend of like 1 or 2 or 3. It's,
the only thing in here is bourbon is that 18-year-old, and there's probably very little of it. So it's going to be mostly a rye flavored whiskey.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I love my ryes.
Turn that around so people can see the label better. Oh yeah, immediately the first thing I get is ryegrass. Mm-hmm. Little vanilla. Little, maybe that apricot, prunes. Dried apricots or prunes.
Like an apricot, yeah.
A hint of baking spices. No, baking spices are white pepper.
I'm going to go with baking spices.
Maybe it's cardamom.
Because it does have a citrusy kind of note to it, doesn't it? Yeah.
And then, of course, you got oak.
It smells great.
It smells great, yeah. Let's take a sip.
There's a lot to it. Oh, it's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a rye.
Mm-hmm.
Through and through, it's got like that. Yeah, like it's cardamom. I love that cardamom note. That
Yeah,
we're getting out of it.
ryegrass, cardamom, lots of rich vanilla, almost a French vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it is apricot.
Apricot. You got that oak, but for me, like like on the finish, I'm still getting that like that cardamom-y kind of like citrusy spice.
I'm getting
note.
oak, cardamom, and some lingering apricot
Yeah.
on the finish.
This is great.
Very good.
I'm really enjoying this. I love it when we open a bottle.
Yeah.
We haven't tasted yet, and it turns out to be really good.
Let's try it with a cranberry.
It gives me like vanilla. It's almost like vanilla strawberry lemonade. That's kind of what I'm getting out of it.
I'm getting lots of vanilla, really rich French vanilla.
Yeah.
With that cardamom, but apricot. Lots of apricot. And some oak. Then the finish is oak, apricot, cardamom, just a little bit of that lingering French vanilla.
Nice.
Great finish.
Great
Very
finish.
long. I'm still getting it finished.
Yeah. And it has a little kick to it, doesn't it? Like a little spicy kick to it.
Yeah, what is it? 118 proof in
Yeah.
it? 118.2 proof.
You know what I love about that is that you're not just tasting just barrel. You
No.
know, like with that kind of high proof sometimes, like you say, like, you know, you get a lot of barrel and it's too hot, you know.
Yeah.
This one isn't like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially with the, what do you say, there was like 18-year-old in there?
Yeah.
Like,
There's probably only a barrel or so in the mix, I
Yeah.
would think.
so, yeah.
Because
smart.
I'm not getting any really bourbon notes out of this at all. To me, it's all rye.
It is a rye whiskey, yeah. It's and a really, really good one.
Yeah. Almost makes me regret he put that 18-year-old bourbon in. So bad he just didn't make it a rye. Try it with some pecan. That really brought out that French vanilla and the oak.
Yeah. It's like a French vanilla latte,
Yeah.
you know, nice and rich.
Yeah, maybe that is just a little bit of a coffee note to it.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, and that oak just sits there, doesn't it?
Not much fruit.
No, not at all. Not with the pecan.
No.
But in its own way, it's really, really good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Cleanse our palate and try it with some chocolate. Oh, that makes that French vanilla a rich caramel.
Rich caramel. Pops out that little bit of cardamom. Finish is a little muted on it for me. With the
Actually,
chocolate.
I thought the cardamom became more of a pepper.
Peppery. Yeah.
Almost a red pepper.
Yeah.
But
I think for me, I'm going to go either neat or maybe even the crayon on this one. I really
I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But it's
Excellent
an excellent
bottle.
whiskey.
Excellent bottle.
So, Freddie, no, great job. Cheers.
Cheers.
And if you like this video, please hit subscribe and always remember, drink responsibly.
Share it with your friends.